What's up? Tyler from Plugged On. I'm here with a review, I guess, of Clayman 2020 from In Flames. In Flames, they're a melodic death metal band. Not so much anymore, but definitely used to be that Gothenburg scene in Sweden in the mid '90s, and released a number of classic albums. Jester Race, Colony, and Clayman. Clayman probably being their most popular for sure, and I absolutely fucking adore this album. And it is the 20th anniversary. Came out in 2000, and so In Flames, of course, they kind of have drifted away from this sound for sure. They are a much different band, bigger style for sure. Different style, bigger. What am I saying? But it's a style that hasn't fully clicked with me. I did not mind their last album, I the Mask, and in fact, I still fucking jam the title track pretty often. I love that song. But it's interesting going back to have the In Flames of today do the In Flames of the past, and I'm not fully sure if it works personally. And it's just a number of things. One, I fucking love the production of Clayman. It's so in your face and kind of like abrasive. It's awesome. But yet, when they need that melody, it's fucking there. Like, every time the title track, Clayman, starts up, it's like, fuck yes, that guitar just is so good. The drums are blasting. It's awesome. When Pinball Map starts, your head's banging. That riff is just so good. It's so fast. I love it. Then you have the epicness of Bullet Ride. It's just something about that production just made everything pop and click. And then Anders just sounded so amazing on that album, and it just I absolutely love his vocals. I love a lot of his screen vocals, and he's kind of moved away from that. He still does it sometimes, still sounds fine, but he definitely sings a lot more. And that's what's interesting about Clayman 2020 is there's a lot more clean vocals on it. First of all, it starts off with themes and variations in D minor, which was just really cool. I liked it a lot. It's mostly just instrumental sort of stuff, and I dug it. I did really like how it led straight into Only for the Weak, which is arguably In Flames' most popular song potentially. So really interesting, and I just don't know what to think of a lot of this stuff. Here's one thing. Like I said, the production of Clayman's amazing back in the day, and In Flames just has a different sound. I just feel like sometimes something is just really missing, and I don't know what it is exactly. Like during Clayman, and Only for the Weak especially, even Pinball Map, the opening riff to that. Something just feels like it's just not there. It just feels a little hollow with their new sound to me. And that could just be my ears for sure. But then, Anders does a lot more clean singing on this. So Only for the Weak has a lot more clean singing. Pinball Map and Clayman certainly during the verses has a lot more singing. And don't get me wrong, even with the production that they have or the guitar tone, fucking like the verses of Only for the Weak and Clayman still jam. They still have such a great rhythm to them, and I like that. And to be honest with you, a lot of the like more melodic parts where it's just guitars, that stuff sounds really good, and I really like it. But like I said, just sometimes when it's the faster, heavier stuff, just something feels missing. But then you got the clean vocals. I just don't know how to feel about them personally because on the original, those sections that he's doing clean vocals with now were more of just kind of spoken, a little softer sounding, but then it just bam punches in. Bullet Ride's a really great example of coming in with that chorus where it's just a really soft kind of spoken sort of verse with a little bit of singing there, but Anders definitely, he didn't do a lot of singing, so his voice wasn't there. So now they're kind of modernizing it with singing, and I'm just not sure how I how I feel about it, especially Only for the Weak. That's the one that just kind of gets me when he's singing it. I'm like, when he says, I can tolerate your sadness and everything. I'm just like, man, I don't know. It's just, maybe it's just delivery of this. I don't know. And then, of course, Clayman starts off with some synths. I can't speak. Which, look, I'm not against that. I think that stuff can add to things. I'm a power metal fan. That's a big part of power metal. I just don't know if it works for this, man. The thing with Clayman, that song in particular, is just you start it up and it's there. It's screaming in your face, that guitar. It's like right there popping out the speakers, and you're just banging your head, throwing the horns up in the air. And now you're just kind of starting off with some synths, and it's like, okay. And yeah, it comes in, it sounds fine, but it just, something just isn't there. And I'm not sure. It's a really touchy thing. And it's so hard with this band, because it's not like, of course people want to still hear them play this stuff, for sure. And they're just in a tricky situation where I feel like it's going to be really hard to please the people that are older fans while still pleasing the people that are newer fans, and kind of combining them and touching a lot of albums and songs that people hold real dear to their heart. And sometimes re-records can be really great, and bands can do a really great job at it. They're in an interesting spot. So I don't love it, but I don't hate it. There's certain spots that I'm like, this is all right. It's interesting, for sure. Absolutely. Let me know what you think of Clayman 2020. I'm curious what you guys think. Thanks for watching. See you later.